is we're going to go over here what a RENKO candle or RENKO chart is, how it works and what it does, some different strategies for how it works, and how you can play it. And we're going to deep dive on it a little bit here. So the basics are RENKO charts are a little different than your standard candles, okay? We already know that regular candles are an open and a close of the day, plus the price action in between, all right? Well, a RENKO candle, all of them are the same size. You don't even really call them candles, you call them bricks, okay? So it's a little different, and it's going to take a little bit to wrap your head around here, but I'll try to explain it the best I can, all right? So the basic settings here, once you select RENKO up here on your candle selections, you got bars, candles, hollow candles, etc. You click RENKO. If you don't have Trading View, you're going to have to pay for it, okay? If you're serious about making money, you probably already paid for it anyway. But RENKO charts are pretty neat, and it's an extra option. So either way, we click on RENKO charts, and it gives us this look here. If you wonder what I'm talking about, here's regular candles. Okay, they're all different sizes, some large, some small, different candlestick patterns, all the different dojis and spinners and bull candles and bear candles, that kind of thing. But on RENKO candles, they're all the same candles. Pretty neat, right? Right, it's a little bit different. So on these candles, here's some basic settings for you. We click on the candles up here on settings. You can do it a couple different ways. But I've been playing around with this strategy for a few weeks now in the background, just trying to iron it out the best way I've found that makes the most money and the easiest, if that makes sense. So what I've done is, instead of having this on traditional, which is box size assignment method, you can have it on traditional ATR. I've got it on ATR, and I got the ATR set to 10, which in my opinion is a little low. What I found is, for the price action on crypto, it kind of works pretty well. So feel free to change your settings how you like them, but that's what I've been using. All right, so that's the first setting. All right, so you click on RENKO, you got the ATR set at 10. That's it. The next setting is this green line you see here is the 10 MA. Okay, just a 10 simple moving average. Oh, I did stupid stuff. 10 MA. There we go. We'll put an arrow right here so we can see that. That's the 10 moving average. You can call it simple moving average if you want, because it's actually what it is, but this is the 10 MA. No big deal, right? I've made mine green because I like to use my buy lines as green, okay? That's just me. If you like red, do red. It comes in blue automatically if you set it up that way, but I don't really like that. I like green. So that's the second thing. So number one, you got your ATR set at 10. Number two, you got the 10 MA. Okay, simple enough. The third thing is down here. This indicator is called the OBV. Or, I have it pre-saved up here for you, on balance volume. Okay, it's a preset free indicator in the strategy sections. Okay, just click on indicators up here, type in OBV, and this pops up. Okay, it's simple. It's on balance volume. Doesn't matter what it does. It's how we're going to use it. Okay, it's how we're going to use it. Now, you got three things to look at. You got your candles, you got your 10 MA, and you got your OBV. Three things. Fair enough? It's not quite as easy as the 8 EMA, but it's pretty simple, okay? So let's look at this OBV for a second, on balance volume. I'm going to make it the full screen here so we can see it all. Now what we're looking for is fairly simple here. We want to see either up momentum or down momentum. I don't so much care about the numbers over here, okay? What I'm looking for is momentum, up or down, okay? That's all I want to see, up or down. We can go really, really small or really, really far back here. I'm on the 15 minute, and RENKO candles, if you do a traditional, it doesn't matter the time frame, okay? But on ATR it does, and I'm on 15 minute here. That's going to be a strategy that you can use to trade all different days, all different times, okay? It can give you more stuff to do throughout the day. People who like to chart watch, people who like to swing trade. I've made some pretty successful trades with this lately, and I haven't really lost much with it at all. So it's pretty neat. It's kind of slow and not the most potential profit, kind of like the cloud is. but there's profit to be made there, okay? So either way, this is our on balance volume, and we're looking for different directions basically. Okay, well, we see we had a down here. That's pretty clear, right? Clearly we had a down. Well, now we've got an up started over here. Pretty clear we've got an up going, all right? So what we're going to look for is if we want to find a long or a buy, we want to look for an up momentum on that OBV. We have it right there. Fair enough, okay? So that's our up momentum. What we're going to look for next is a closing candle over that 10 MA or that 10 moving average. Fair enough? We got a solid green candle or brick over the 10 MA. That's going to be a buy signal as well. All right? Did we get that? Sure enough, we got it back here. All right, so here's where the strategy comes into play, okay? You can buy the first one that goes over that green 10, that 10 moving average right there. You can buy that. However, there's no confirmation there, okay? We want to see some confirmation, and the confirmation is where our OBV comes from. If the momentum is moving up, that's our confirmation, and that's our signal to buy, okay? So we didn't really get confirmation that we had an up until, you know, kind of, well, I mean, honestly, you got really good confirmation. You got the uptrend started here. Let's see if we can find where this down broke real quick. We had downward momentum right here. That was pretty clear, right? We labeled that a second ago. So right there was some downward momentum. All right, we broke it back here at roughly 3 o'clock on the counter right here. So if we go back up here, roughly 3 o'clock on the counter. Okay, that's this candle. All right, let me zoom in there a little bit better, or we can see a little bit better. So at the same time we were over the 10, at 3 o'clock roughly, was this candle. That was our signal to go long right there. Okay, let's draw an ellipse around that. This was our long candle right here. This one. All right, let's label that long so everyone can see it. Right there. Wrong label. Let's find a call out box right there. Long signal. Fair enough. Fair enough. You got confirmation of an up on your OBV. You had a green candle or brick over the 10. That's it. That's buy. It's not that complicated, is it? It's actually fairly straightforward and simple. I like these kind of strategies. Okay, now what? When do you take profit? When do you have a stop loss? Which we're going to go over later here in a couple minutes about taking profits and stop losses, because nobody listens when people say take profits and take stop losses, okay? No one listens. So, where do we find our take profits and where do we find our stop losses? Okay, there's a few different ways of teaching this. After asking around and talking to some other people who are better at RENKO than me, they like to go at least 3 candles positive in either direction. So at least 3 winning candles before you would potentially take a profit. 3 winning candles, okay? So if we're looking for 3 winning candles, and this was our go signal, so right here would be our first line to take profits. I'm just going to draw let's put a mark. 1, 2, 3. That would be our first mark to start taking profits. First candle. 3 more, that's another take profit. 1, 2, 3. Right here. 3 more, another take profit. So you got profit 3 times out of that. Not too bad, huh? What kind of profit did you take? Well, that's really up to you, and this is where the strategy comes into play that lets you pick what you want to do here. You can do 10%, you can do 40%, you can do all of it. You can do 5%. However you want to structure your take profit is up to you, okay? Where's our solidified take profit? Okay, I showed you taking profit on the way up and getting out and making sure you didn't lose, but where would you lock in that take profit and get completely out? Okay, that's where the 10 MA comes into play. Once we cross back over this 10 MA and close, you can take profit there, all of it if you'd like. Is there a possibility that it reverses and comes back up? Yes, there is. Whoop-de-doo, find another trade and go on. But the point is, when you see that thing dip back up under that 8, that's your opportunity to sell, take all your profits, and get out. How well would we have done on this trade? So from this candle to this candle, this Algorand trade would have netted us, I'm sorry, ADA. This ADA trade would have netted us 19%. Okay? 19%. That's where we would have taken our profit and we would have got out and left. Not bad. Not bad. Wonderful thing about this is it works just as good on the way down. Instead of longing, you can short here. Let's remove all of our drawings there. Get all that off. Let's find a short zone. All right. So we had this big long march up, which probably means there's going to be a march back down, right? Well, we got a short signal right here. Let's do this in red. Short signal. Okay. All right, from there, did we get our downward momentum on our OBV that we wanted to see? Well, let's maximize it and see. Well, looky here. We had upward momentum that broke right here at 2045. That was way over here, huh? So maybe we wait a little bit longer here. And sure enough, it popped back up over that 10 before it gave us another down. So even though this was the early sell signal and the early short signal and would have been okay, the OBV didn't give us a thumbs up there to start going short until later, way down here. Okay, so we could almost say this was an early short signal. We got confirmation here. All right, so this is where you got to be careful. You don't want to get stuck in one of these. This would be a good opportunity to tell you about how you do a stop loss. If you're going to short, you stop loss out at the first line, the first brick in the opposite direction over the 10. So you're going to short here. As soon as this thing popped over the 10 right here, that's where your stop loss should have been. All right? Or if you got in right here, you know the brick size. Let's zoom in on this real quick so you can see it a little better here. We know we bought this candle. The exact same candle would pop up over here if we were going to go the wrong direction. So we would set our stop loss at, hang on, we'd set our stop loss at that red line right there, which is about 130. So it would have shorted at 127 and our stop loss would have been 130. Fair enough? Fair enough. It would have kicked you out and you'd had a chance to go long right there. That's how you set a stop loss. It'd go the same way in the other direction. If you're trying to go long, you'd put the stop loss one brick under that 10 MA in case it goes back the other direction. It'll kick you out and you can go on about trying to short if you'd like. Fair enough? Fair enough. Not that complicated. Again, this is different thinking than what you're used to, so sorry. All right, so even though you got this early short signal, you took the trade. Over here it pops up, you took profit because it went the wrong direction, like I told you a minute ago, it went the wrong direction, and you got your profits. You got 4%. Not bad. You got some money. Again, you got another short signal right here, and this is right around the time we got that OBV confirmation. 2045. Nice. Now, how far did it go? Came all the way down here before it finally came over and made you take profits, which was about 15%. You could have shorted that on the way down and made 15% times your leverage amount, which probably would have been 5x to 20x or 100x, whatever you want to do. That's your money. That's your leverage trade. I don't tell anybody to leverage trade. I leverage trade myself, but I don't tell you to do it. Why? Because you can lose a lot of money, and then you're going to blame me. How do I know that? Because it's already happened twice this week. Okay? Don't blame me. Blame yourself for not setting stop losses. I warned you. I warned you. All right, so You got another short signal here. Let's keep checking and keep an eye on our OBV and make sure it hasn't done the wrong move on us here. Clearly we got some down momentum here now. She's chugging along downward. Looks good and down to me. I'm happy with that. Our short signal came in here. We had a couple of them. This would have kicked us out, right? We took this short and it popped up the other direction. It would have kicked us out right here. We would have got our stopped. We got stopped out. That sucks. We got another short signal right here. It don't matter. You take it on the chin and you keep going. That's trading. If you don't like it, don't trade, folks. Sorry for the rudeness there, but I never told anybody to trade all your money. I never told anybody to leverage trade. Be smart. Don't do anything stupid. It's your money. If you want to blow it, blow it. Don't blame me for it. It looks like 10% on this one. One candle over that 10 MA there. You see that? This candle right here will be the one we got out on. And this is the one we went in on. So we pulled about 10.5%, 11%. So now you're shorting, now you're longing. This is an entire strategy on its own. It's fairly cool, simple. I know it seems complicated, but it's not really. You just need to practice first. And I don't want to tell anybody to get into this and start using this strategy until you practice first a little bit. I've been working with it for about 3 weeks now. I already knew about RENKO, but I never really used it, okay? So about 3 weeks now, I've been tinkering around with it, trying to play these shorts. I got stopped out a few times. I've got stopped out a couple times on the longs too. The good news is I've made about, I don't know, I'd have to go back and look, but I want to say at least 50 trades. I think I got stopped out on 7 or 8 of them. The other ones were successful. And that's great. You're in the positive. 60% winning is good enough. And we're aiming for 70. If we can get 70%, hey man, you're breaking the house. So keep an eye on this strategy, practice it, see how good you can do with it.